We're on page 17 of our linear functions booklet. At the top of your booklet page, please put any questions you would like to ask about this page. It says solving equations with two variables. We're going to solve for y. We have x equals 4 over 5y. So to get rid of the coefficient in front of y, we're going to flip the fraction and multiply both sides of the equal sign by that number, 5 over 4. Five divided by 5 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So you're left with 5 over 4x equals y. Okay, pause the video. See if you could do this next one. X equals 7 over 8y. For this one, you should get 8 over 7x equals y. We flip the coefficient fraction, so it becomes 8 over 7. Multiply that on both sides of the equal sign. When b equals 0, we have what is called a direct variation. It's denoted as a capital K or a lowercase k, usually. So let's try a few more examples. We have 2x plus 3y equals 1. If we want to solve for y, we need to get it by itself. Let's first subtract 2x on both sides of the equal sign. You can't subtract constants with x's, so you just carry that over. So there you have 3y equals negative 2x plus 1. Now divide both sides by 3. From there, we can separate and decompose this into two parts. So we have y equals negative 2 over 3x plus 1 over 3. And that would be our answer. This is our slope-intercept form. Where this coefficient is our slope m, and this coefficient for the constant is our b. Okay, pause the video. Try 5x plus 2y equals 1. Solve for y. Your answer is y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 1/2. So we do something similar to the other example. We subtract 5x from both sides of the equal sign because we want to get y by itself. Carry down the 2y. To get rid of that times 2, we're going to divide by 2 on both sides of the equal sign. Decompose the fraction into two parts, and that's your answer. Let's look at the next example. Y minus parentheses negative 1 is equal to 1 over 3 times parentheses x minus 3, close parentheses. Whenever we see parentheses, we want to distribute each term inside the parentheses. So negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. So we have y plus 1 equals 1/3 times 1x is 1/3 x. And then 1/3 times negative 3 is negative 1. Subtract 1 from both sides of the equal sign. 1 minus 1 is 0. Carry down that y. And negative 1 plus negative 1 is a negative 2. So our answer is y equals 1/3 x minus 2. And that is our slope-intercept form. Next example is y minus 2 equals 1/2 parentheses x minus parentheses -4 close parentheses close parentheses. Pause the video, try this example. Okay, the slope-intercept form for this one is y equals 1/2 x plus 4. First, we want to distribute this -1 into the -4. That would give you a +4. Then you would distribute the 1/2 into both parts. 1/2 times 1x is 1/2 x, and 1/2 times 4 is a 2. Okay, on this next example, we have y plus 3x equals 3 times x plus 2. So first we distribute this 3 into both terms. Carry down the other expression on the other side of the equal sign. 3 times 1x is 3x, and 3 times +2 is a +6. From there, you're going to subtract 3x from both sides of the equal sign. 3x minus 3x is 0. Carry down that y. We have y equals 6. This is a horizontal line. And remember, horizontal lines have a slope of 0. Try the next one on your own. 2y plus x equals 1/2 parentheses 4y plus 10. X equals 5 is what you should get here. If you were to graph that, we have a vertical line. Remember, vertical lines have no slope. Undefined slope, so m equals undefined. Now we're going to be solving inequalities with two variables and graph on the Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane is just the plane that we've been looking at. So this first one is 3y is less than or equal to 6x plus 12. Well, to get rid of the 3, you just divide both sides of the less than or equal to sign by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we have 1y is less than or equal to 6x divided by 3 is 2x, and then plus 12 divided by 3 is a +4. From here, we could identify our b is 4 and our m is 2. So our starting point will be 0, 4. That is our y-intercept. Our slope will be rise 2, run 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, and so on. And you'll use a straight edge to connect the points to make a line, like this. Let's look at the other example. 7y is greater than or equal to 14x minus 49. Okay, here's our solution, and this is what you would shade in. Please write your summary at the bottom of the page.